Good morning, everyone, or hello, or Sawadee Cup, which is hello in Thai. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a roundup of my Thailand adventure. I might start. Had Dan drop me off at the airport early on the Sunday morning, and which was fantastic. It worked out really great. Went through customs and they didn't have any Bundy OP to take on board with me. They only sold a twin pack of standard Bundy, which I thought, nah. I mean, why would they sell a twin pack if you're only allowed to take one bottle? But anyway, so I went through there, put all my baggage, my carry-on through the scanner, and with my little pack and everything, and the security guard pulled it off after it came through and put it up on the side. And I thought, oh shit, what's going on here? I mean, might be in trouble here. I don't know what I've done. But anyway, and then he went. So 10 minutes went by, and I said to one of the security people, I said, the guards put my stuff up there. What's going on with it? And he said, no, just take it. So anyway, that was a bit odd. So anyway, we had the flight to Singapore. No issues, good seats, and landed at Singapore. Got rushed through to my connecting flight to Bangkok. That was fine, and yeah, off to Bangkok. And I'd sat next to a couple of ladies from Bangkok. One was an Australian lady, but anyway, she said the local time was, whatever in Bangkok. So I adjusted my watch, and that was all fine. And yeah, we arrived at Bangkok, and Bangkok's got a fantastic rail system that'll get you anywhere. So, and I was able to take the train pretty much right through to where I was staying at a place called uh, Ekamina station. So anyway, I arrived at the station there at Ekamina, got off, had my bags and everything with me, and I'd walked the wrong way from the station. My maps didn't sort of work out for me. So anyway, after about 20 minutes walking around, I caught a cab to the hotel. The hotel was actually situated about 20 minutes walk from the station. So each time I went out, and yeah, it was about a 20-minute walk into the station, which wasn't too bad, but it was okay. And I went into the main part of the city. I was sort of staying off Sukhumvit Road, which is sort of like the main drag, a bit like a Flinders Street or Swanston Street at home. And I'd get to big shopping centres and that, and they're not open yet. And I'm looking at my watch, and hang on, it's 1 o'clock. Oh yeah, they're opening now at 1 o'clock. I thought, geez, that's a bit of an odd time. They must stay up late and shop real late into the night or something. So I thought that a bit odd, but anyway, I accepted that. Uh, yeah, had some nice meals there. Had a good look around. That was fine. So yeah, I think I spent 3 days there. And then time to go to the airport to fly to Chiang Mai. So packed up all my stuff from the hotel. Got down to out the front of the hotel, caught a cab down to the station, got my bags out, got up to the station, closed. Why is it closed? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Why is it closed? Anyway, turns out I look at the clock at the station and it's 4 a.m. So my watch said 7, my phone said 7, my laptop said 7, but there's a bit of a cock up there somehow. So anyway, so waited till 5:30 for the first train to take me to the airport. The only benefit of that was there wasn't many people on the train, so I had to take a connection train further down the line to the airport link train. But yeah, that was all okay. Got to the airport there, pretty much a 3 hour wait because I was 3 hours early. Um, So yeah, caught my flight to Chiang Mai. As soon as I flew into Chiang Mai, I thought, this is fantastic. I love this place. I rang the lady for my motel, and she came and picked me up, which was great. The place I stayed in Chiang Mai was sort of pretty old and rusticy looking place, but had a lot of character, so I was happy with that. I mean, you could stay in 1,000 motels and they'd all be exactly the same. So, no, this had a bit of character, so that was good. Had a look around town there the first day. I think I went and hired my scooter for 10 days to do my Mae Hong Song loop, and yeah, had a few issues getting started. It was a bit of a tricky starting sequence on that, and also when I went to put all my baggage on it for just to test it all out, there wasn't enough anchor points for the hockey straps. So I went back to the bike shop and they screwed in a couple of screws around the back so I could hook the hockey straps on. And anyway, got that all sorted. And then whatever the day it was, I decided to take off on the Mae Hong Song loop run. So it took me probably 2 hours to get out of Chiang Mai. And once I hit the country roads, it was fine. The first destination was Mae Sareng, which was 120 k's away, I suppose. So yeah, the ride there was fine. Bought a room there for about $25 a night. The room was pretty average, and the mattresses, which I already knew, the mattresses in some of these rural areas, and it'll be the same in Vietnam, they're like gym mats. They're just like a hard rubber matting thing, and that's what you get. But it's quite hot over there, so you don't want a deep mattress anyway. But it takes a little bit of time to get used to these hard mattresses, but that's the way it is. Food-wise in Mae Sareng, shocking. There's nothing edible, and I ended up, picking the meal with the least flies on it, I think. So, but anyway, I ate something, and that was it. Yeah, didn't get an upset stomach, so that was good. Then from there, I took off to the town of Mae Hong Song, the actual town itself, and that lovely town. We copped a little bit of rain on the way, but I was expecting that and didn't mind that at all. Found a really old, again, rustic looking hotel to stay in. I did a video of that one while it was pouring with rain, and that was like a 200-year-old place. It was oozing with charm. So yeah, that was fantastic. Went to a nice restaurant there and had a really nice meal. And also they got 7-Elevens, quite a lot of them around the place, and I was sort of taking a liking to the Chang beer, and yeah, I was sort of have a couple of cans of that, and yeah, very nice. So yeah, town of Mae Hong Song was great. Took off the next day to the next leg, which was up to Pai. Fantastic roads, great fun on the scooter. It was yeah, just a joy. And I found this side track that went up to this lake, 18 kilometres it said. And I thought, I'm not on a tour group, and just by myself, and this is my idea to take these side tracks anyway. So anyway, I wandered up this side track, and like I said, 18 kilometres to this dam. So, but anyway, the country was really steep, and steep and long downhill sections and uphill sections, and I'm nearly, I'm probably 15 k's out from the main road, and I'm thinking, gee, I hope these brakes go okay on the way back. But I sort of didn't think much about it after that. Got to the lake, had a look around. I didn't put the drone up there. It was The lake was a bit green. It didn't really have much going for it, but I remember passing a viewpoint up further up the road over the countryside. So I took off from the lake, went back to the viewpoint that I found, and I stopped there, and I think I showed you took the drone footage of the country around there, and it was just thick forest jungle everywhere. It was absolutely beautiful. So anyway, got back on the bike, and I got about 6 kilometres from the end towards the road, and that's where I lost the front brakes because it was quite a hot day, and the brakes just overheated, and only have very little fluid reservoirs in the brake lever, and I just lost the front brakes completely, nothing. So I managed to pull over with the back brakes, but the back brakes wouldn't hold the bike. So I had to sort of crawl down the hill for the last, probably 5 kilometres each downhill section. And if the bike got away from me, because I was sort of walking the bike, if the bike had got away from me, that was it. It was over. I would have had to lay it down. So anyway, that was frustrating, and it took me about an hour, I suppose, to get back to the main road. But once I got down to the bottom, the brakes had cooled down a bit, and I had a lever again. So I knew it was going to be all right. So, which is a great relief to get back on the bike and back on the main road. And then through to Pai. Got to Pai, had a look around. Again, I found quite a nice motel. That was around about $50 a night. So I ended up staying there 3 nights. But Pai was a magnificent spot. The Pai Canyon, the Bamboo Bridge, and just the scene around Pai. It was like a little Nimbin. It was a bit of a hippie town, but good food. I actually had bin mai, which is a Vietnamese roll type thing. I think I had that every night for dinner. It was cheap, and sat and had a drink in a few bars, talked to a few tourists. Really good. Went for a massage probably twice. And also in the northern part of Thailand, especially, they're very religious there. So even in Chiang Mai, if you have a massage there, they'll put you in this like set of pajamas, and which I'm a big bloke and normally a bit tight, so it was a bit uncomfortable. And they give you like a proper Thai massage, and I don't know whether they're enjoyable or just painful, because they really sort of get stuck into you massage wise. But I've seemed to be able to be feeling a bit more flexible these days. So, I think the massages have been good. Anyway, I decided to, whatever day it was, I left Pai to do the final leg of the Mae Hong Song Loop, which is supposed to be the best part. There's 765 bends between Chiang Mai and Pai. And they were right. It's absolutely fantastic ride. Great fun through there. And then I turned off and went down to have a look at the geyser, which I've done the video on. That was fantastic. The road in and out, not one car or scooter. It was just jungle either side. Beautiful. Arrived back in Chiang Mai. Went to a different motel a little bit closer to the airport, but this one was pretty fancy. And again, it was like $50 a night, and that's where I am now. So there 3 nights, and tonight's the 3rd day here. So went to the zoo, although that turned out to be a bit of a fizzer, but I like to try and stay positive. So I ended up hopping on one of their cart things and walking around or driving around, but a lot of the things were closed for maintenance. So anyway, it was a morning trip out, which was good. And that takes me to now. So I've They have an airport shuttle bus from here, which I'll take in the morning to the airport. I've got my accommodation, my visa all booked for Vietnam, which is all good. The motel are going to pick me up from the airport for $20 US, which is probably a bit of money, but I've never been there before. The airport's a fair way away from the hotel, and I think the hotel I'm staying at's in the old quarter, they call that, of Hanoi. So yeah, that should be a really good spot. Anyway, I'm going to be there for about 6 nights, I think, before I start my trip. So in that time, I'll hire the scooter, but I'll have a good look around and go for some day trips. So, but anyway, that's about my highlight of my Thailand leg of my adventure. So I've had a great time. Because I'm travelling solo, I've got to be very careful of, my wallet and my passport and my money and things like that. I'm always double checking, or if I go out of the motel, I've got the key, I've got the scooter key. Being very vigilant on that side of things, and because if I lose any of that, I'm in big strife. But anyway, all good. Loving my adventure. Hope Vietnam's going to be fantastic. And I'll see you all soon in the next video. All right, family, love you all. Mates, love some of you. And general viewers, this is Far Ken Gorn on his adventure. All right, bye.